Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. I don't know why I did that. Yeah. Anyway, your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-convict. Yeah, this guy with common sense. I don't know why I'm doing this. I act like a maniac here. Common sense and random shit show. Cause you already know it is what it is. I'm an idiot. Anyway, yeah. I tried, I couldn't wait for today. Just letting you know. Couldn't wait for today. First off, breaking news. This is not the place. What this guy does, this very handsome, freshly shaved, trying to grow the beard, almost 54, in 3 months. Actually, 2 months. Holy shit, it's already June. Where'd this year go? A lot of fun. What I do, a little excited, huh? What I do is scour the internet, YouTube, ScrewTube, so you don't have to, and share what's out there. Some of the stuff, maybe a day and a half. There might be some newer ones, which I'll probably talk about tomorrow. But Sunday is, as I've mentioned, is my movie day, my wife and I's movie day. And I gotta get it out there. I read bad reviews about it. Robert De Niro, piece of shit, liberal. Sorry, gotta say how it is. You're in Hollywood. Politics, the last thing you should do, especially when more than half the country voted for Trump. And you're gonna say shit that you do and expect to be successful. That guy, listen, I said before, I like the guy. Let me rephrase that. I like his acting. Talented actor. Like Goodfellas, probably one of my best films. And a few others. Godfather, obviously. But there's this movie called The Alto Nights. Gotta get it out there right away. My wife and I watched it. And there were some people saying, it's not Goodfellas, but it was okay. I'm gonna tell you right now, to put that movie in the same sentence as Goodfellas, whoop-a! Don't do that again. It sucked. It was horrible. I mean, halfway through the movie, I'm like, I hope this gets better. I hope this gets better. 3/4 of the way to the movie, I was like, I hope this gets better. With doubt. The movie sucked. I'm just saying. I mean, he must have been desperate. Probably, because nobody wants to hire him. He's a piece of shit. Anyway, but it sucked. The movie sucked. Don't buy it. Don't rent it. Apparently, go woke or broke. And go liberal. Can't find a rhyme with that, but you're dumb. You're an idiot. And guess what? Whatever. On his face. You know what that means? Shit. On his face. The movie? Shit. On his face. Just saying. Anyway, United Spot. As I said, links will be in description to everything I share. But you got to admit, shit's funny. And that's what I'm here for. To lighten up your day. Because laughter is the cure to everything. And these people, everyone that I share, is hilarious. Because we can do this. Conservatives are the shit.
Look at this, Chuck.
What?
The future of shopping is here.
What's wrong, Nancy? Is the denture cream overpriced?
No. They expect me, Nancy Pelosi, to scan my own groceries like I'm some unpaid intern peasant.
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic.
I mean, where's the dignity?
I don't know.
I mean, this is worse than a Senate budget negotiation.
Yeah, these corporations are profiting off our labor. What a shame.
Yeah, Big Grocery's turning us into unpaid cashiers.
Yep.
Well, they pocket all the profits.
Yeah, Big Grocery needs to be stopped.
Yeah, they want us to do their jobs for free?
Yeah, it's an outrage.
I got no training for this.
Nope.
I don't even got an employee discount or benefits. I don't even get any coupons for this.
Unexpected item in
Okay, so
area.
why is this
Remove
racist
item
machine
before
yelling at me?
continuing.
Don't worry, AOC. The self-checkout machine is just trying to date you.
Is it because I'm a woman of color?
These corrupt grocery stores are turning us into unpaid cashiers. Well, they rake in the profits.
Look at that over there, Chuck. A receipt checker. Well, what is this? The grocery store CSA? I didn't sign up to be interrogated after doing the grocery store shop.
Yeah, I don't need to prove my innocence to a grocery store employee, receipt boy.
Guys, I think I just like totally bought a whole banana plantation. Is that like how inflation works, or is this just like blockchain or like whatever?
It's not blockchain, Alexandra. It's exploitation. They're replacing good-paying cashier jobs with these soulless machines. Young people need those jobs. I mean, not everyone can be an influencer or whatever it is you do all day.
She's right. I mean, this is a job crisis. We need a federal task force, a commission, to investigate self-checkout tyranny. I'll draft a 1,200-page bill by Monday. I'll call it the Cashiers Over Corporations Act.
Good idea, Chuck.
I need to see your receipt, ma'am.
Excuse me? I just performed unpaid labor for the store and now you want to audit me? Do I look like I'm hiding a wheel of cheese under my $2,000 pantsuit?
This is un-American. I mean, I scanned my soup and my yogurt perfectly. You just can't stop us like we're sneaking out of a Capitol Hill vote.
Wait, is this like a receipt or like a CVS coupon? Did I just invent something that's never been invented before?
Here's your precious receipt. I'm not playing your game, Big Grocery. Trust me to scan or hire back your cashier. I'm not your employee, and I don't work for free.
Yeah, give those kids their jobs. Stop profiteering off unpaid labor. This is why we need unions and a filibuster reform.
Maybe if we like crowdsource the cashier's wages, we can like totally fix this. Or is that like neoliberalism? Oh my gosh, I'm like totally gonna Instagram this.
You know this self-checkout scam? It's kind of just like us in Washington.
How so?
Well, Big Grocery robbed you by making you do the work while they cash out. Sound familiar?
Oh yeah, we push trillion-dollar budgets, tax you to death, and call it public service.
Yep. You scan, we spend. No discounts for you, America.
Exactly. We're the self-checkout machines of the government, making you pay for our bloated programs while we cut jobs and call it progress.
Cashiers, gone. Your paycheck, ours. It's a bipartisan heist.
Wait, so taxes are like scanning my own groceries? Or is this about the Green New Deal? Guys, I am like so confused. Did we just defund the police again?
Yo, let's be real here. It's funny because she's an idiot. Anyway, it is what it is. All right, let's get to some headlines. Check it out. This is funny. Right from Babylon B, who covers the shit. What's going on? Check it out. Yeah, imagine that. Federal judge overturns laws of gravity. Might as well. Might as well. Next one. FBI announces Epstein killed himself by confirming once and for all that Epstein didn't kill himself. I think I read it right. There's like a number in front of it. Couldn't really see it. Excuse my hand. This is what's controlling everything. Because, you know, live. Elon Musk extends glowing finger to Trump before stepping into rocket and blasting off. I'm not sure if people get that unless you're old like me. Just E.T., you know. E.T. phone, you know. Love this. Might as well. Headline news. Let's be real here. We both saw, not we both saw, so that's probably me and one person that's watched me live, because that's what it is. Furious Al Gore seen blowing hairdryer at ice caps to stop them from regrowing. Headline news. And you're probably going to like this next one. And they're probably not. Don't get offended. Just saying. Do not share until, it happens. Rotting bag of oatmeal. Just, mistake. Faux pas. Anyway, as I said, live. Gotta go live. I prefer live because you get to see this guy react on my mess ups, my faux pas, and reaction to videos as they play. I'd rather do that. As I said, I've tried to do the recording thing before. I didn't like it, even though there was some editing. But since last month, when I started using the site, which from what I see, a lot of YouTubers and streamers use it. It's called Restream. So I got the minimal plan, which is $20 a month. $20, even with my 2 jobs, struggling, I can afford $20 a month, and it's worth it. Big time. I'm streaming to all three, as you see in the bottom. On TikTok Live, that's how my mom says it. On YouTube, ScootTube, and on Rumble. If you don't have Rumble, shame on you. Download it. Great app to have. Owned and run by conservatives. No censorship. No muting. No bullshit. I enjoy it. This is what I do. Now, let's find the next video because, this little ass screen, my phone, it's what it is. First, let me go to one of my favorites because I'm dying to get to the story. Check it out. Here, and then somebody.
Hello? Yes?
I really hate that man.
What would make this fair for her to compete for those who are competing against her? What would that kind of structure in competition look like?
Who is her?
AB.
Okay, AB Hernandez is a male who identifies as a female. What would be fair is to have Hernandez competing in the male category. It is not fair to the females competing to have to compete with a male.
Hell yes.
So there are obviously clear benefits to playing sports, to competing in sports. So when you're looking at an athlete like AB Hernandez, what would you have her do so that she can benefit from sporting?
I view AB Hernandez as the victim in this situation. I feel for him, and I feel that he has been lied to for his entire life, and it's probably very destabilizing and difficult for him right now to realize that what he's been told is not actually reality. He cannot become a girl. What he can do is compete in the male category.
Okay, let's stick to sports. So you say compete in the male category, or what?
Or if the state and CIF want to create a separate category for people like AB Hernandez, and that's something that they want to do, fine. It is not fair to female athletes who have worked their entire lives for this kind of competition, who also, by the way, cannot speak out for fear of retaliation, which AB Hernandez's mother has personally threatened against them. So it's very unfair for our girls and women in California to have to compete with males, have to share facilities with males, and then not be able to speak up about the unfairness because people are going to label them as bigots.
Right, let me show you, baby. That ain't no woman. It's a man. It's one of Dr. Evil's assassins.
Look out! He's got a knife!
Oh my God.
Right. Who would ever think you'd allow men to play in women's sports? No. So the world has gone crazy, but this country has gone crazy.
Okay, I gotta say this. I had an experience the other day. You put this on to make sure the mic's not muted on my face. I was at Publix here in Florida. And I've been to this Publix only a few times as of late because I keep forgetting it's literally right down the street from my job. So to one of my 3 jobs. Um, and what I noticed about this Publix is they have men who think they're women, but totally look like men. Just the hair, the behavior. But this Saturday, was it Saturday, Friday? You know, I make a long story short, my bank account, I have one bank account, kind of screwed up. So I try not to keep too much money into it because I owe the world. My debt is like total poop. But so I cash my checks, I don't get direct deposit anymore for whatever fear of them taking whatever little bit of money I have. I owe tax money that gets taken out once a month automatically, and every time he takes it out, I gotta put it back in because a lot of bullshit. But anyway, I was at Publix Saturday with my wife. We walked around, went to cash my check, and there was a man, hairy, had like a 4 o'clock shadow, almost as much as this. And I'll be honest, I don't know if it was a wig, but it looked like his real hair, like Marilyn Monroe-ish, styled, curved at the end. And the ex-gang member, the ex-convict in me, the conservative ex-convict, wanted to say something, like really bad. And it's funny because my wife knew. So she walked behind me and she was like, look, she kind of like poked me and she was like, shut up, don't say nothing. But she couldn't help smile and smirk because I tell her about this stuff and she's like, no. So to witness it firsthand was like awesome. I respect it. You know why? Because I'm conservative. We're more conservative. Respectful. There's a difference. If it was the other way around, blah, blah, losing their shit, purple hair, blah, 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 throwing shit, trying to burn in my car outside, even though it's not a Tesla. But what got me is, as I said, out of shape, not attractive at all, even if it was a man, like dressed like a man. I'm not trying to be a woman. But I held back. I really did. I gotta give it to myself. I really do. Gotta pat myself on the back. Because I wanted to say something so bad. Like I said, the ex-gang member, ex-convict wanted to be like, thank you, sir. And then point at his hair and say, is that real? I wanted to be a dick. I'll be honest. But I didn't. I respected. But, I tried to explain to my wife. I said, you understand that's what, people with common sense call gender dysphoria, right? Oh, I don't want to talk about, she didn't want to talk about it, even though she knew what was going on. She was like, I can't believe people like that guy. They do that. I mean, was that really his hair? Like, we couldn't stop talking about it. But she was like, okay, let's not talk about it anymore because, as I said before, she's not into politics. Even though it's not really politics, it's insanity. What's that word? I wish I gotta get a GoPro or something. So when I experience this stuff, I'm like, oh, I gotta turn this on. Hi. And try not to act the jerk, even though that would have been easy as hell. What killed me is they was like, how can I help you? It's always like that. I watch so many videos. I post some of them. I share some other people's videos of seeing this kind of shit. But to witness it myself, to see this, I wanted to say something so bad. I held back. Anyway. That shit was funny. Next video, honestly, I forgot what it was. Let's get to it. Oh, God.
Hi, I'm Christine.
Another stupid week.
And let me tell you how we did it. We just did it. We just got plane tickets and visitor's visa and just left. No, we were smart about it. We have a really detailed strategic plan we've been working on for the last year and a half, and we are really eligible for the visa, and we applied for the visa 6 months ago. It just so happens that we aren't going to hear back for another few months probably, and it's not a guarantee that we're going to get it. But we just decided that it was a safer gamble to move anyways than to stay in the US anymore. So we made a plan A, And then we made a whole bunch of backup plans, and we're still in the plan A territory right now. So we'll see how it goes. But we figure worst case scenario, we can stay probably about 9 months in New Zealand. If we don't get approved and there's no chance whatsoever, like we're firmly disqualified from staying here, we go visit Australia for 9 months and work on our plan. And if we still can't figure out a plan, we go visit Japan for, like, we would rather do that than stay in the US any longer. Like, we don't feel safe in the US. And we also have enough confidence in like who we are as people and our skills and our marketability, and like we've done our homework on like where we're most likely to get visas. And just realistically speaking, we will be able to figure something out in the next few years without having to go through all those steps. But like, we would still rather do that than stay in the US and gamble with that.
Yep. Liberal logic 101. Oh, what did I do? Let me get rid of this. I didn't realize I was going to go to that. All right, Fernando. Remove. That's the about going live. There's going to be faux pas. I mean, look at the screen now. You think I wanted it to be like this and covering my stuff? No. No. Of course not. Get to see my face, though, huh? I don't know if you remember I mentioned my nose has been broken 5 times. Could you see it? Could you see it on the video? Probably. If you look closely and say, yeah, that's crooked. Just like this politicians. Not all of them. Most of them. Anyway. Liberal logic. You know, what kills me more than anything, which I'll get into, and we just saw with the her. Why? Why does the liberal media keep doing that? Why? You know, and then they put a conservative on, knowing what our beliefs are, what, you know, logic, real common sense. They go on and invite a conservative on and say, her. If you have a dick, you're not a chick. Or as I say, if you have a penis, you aren't from Venus. I need music in the background. With a flashlight, bunch of angels and shit. Whatever. Anyway, those are mine. Yeah. Let's go to Meme the Left. Let me see if I can find a video first, because it is live and there's going to be some faux pas. Hold on a second. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Check it out. Ooh.
They're the same picture.
It's 9:30 p.m. I just reached 10,000 steps, but I'm feeling so encouraged that I'm gonna go for 11,000 for the first time. It's almost 10 p.m. and I just beat my personal step record.
Too bad, what a shame.
Yeah, it is. It's a damn shame. A damn shame.
But I also was on the ticket, quite honestly, you know, because I could code talk to white guys watching football, fixing their truck, doing that I could put them at ease.
A bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
are dead.
All right, let's talk for a second. It's easy, very easy to meme the left, la izquierda. That's how you say it in Spanish. I don't know why it's so long. You know, it's funny because one of my 3 jobs, I always mess around, you know, with the Spanish language, especially the Puerto Rican language, Puerto Rican Americans, that is, just in case, even if you're in denial, we're American. But certain words, like, you know, are like, really? Like, you know, somebody says, how do you say car in Spanish? Carro. How do you say elevator in Spanish? Elevador. I don't know. There are other words that are different, but, you know, there are certain words that are like add a vowel. Is it a vowel? Yeah. At the end of it, and it's Spanish. That's Puerto Rican language. Maybe mongrel, maybe it's the ghetto Spanish. I don't know. But, you know, proper Spanish, car, automobile. And guess what? Automobile. Anyway, TDS. Is there a cure? Yes. It's called common sense. Research. Logic. Facts. Love of country. But mostly common sense. It is what it is, as this guy says. You already know. Live. Let's do this. TDS.
Do you suffer from feelings of entitlement, self-righteousness, and arrogance? Fits of resentment, anger, and hypocrisy? Terror that the world is going to end, or even worse, that the world isn't going to end and that things are going to get better? A deep need to point fingers, deflect, or deny? Uncontrollable stress, frustration, or depression? Fear of recession, fear of no recession? Then you may have PTDS, or President Trump Derangement Syndrome. Fortunately, there's new Magatol, the proven cure for PTDS. Just 1 Magatol a day realigns your sensibilities by bypassing erratic brain signals to amplify the logic receptors. Talk to your Obamacare doctor today to see if Magatol is right for you. Recommended dose of reality is at least once daily. Warning snowflakes. Side effects of Magatol may include optimism, hope for the future, good feelings about your country, accepting economic prosperity, renewed faith in capitalism, and admitting that things aren't so bad under Trump. If you discover you're allergic to common sense, stop use immediately and contact your doctor. Relax. Breathe. It's Magatol. From the makers of Triggerol.
Trigger all. Because, yeah, they get triggered really fast. It's hilarious. There's a difference. There's a difference. And having common sense, you know, I love that it gets mentioned a lot because it is what it is. It's common sense. It's love for this country. It's patriotism. It's, I mean, come on. Me, an ex-convict, an ex-gang member who had TDS, not for a lot of those reasons. I just didn't care. I was comfortable, as I've mentioned before. Didn't care about politics. I just believed the media was telling the truth. And the shit about it is my common sense, logic, and past experiences, research. I was like, wait a second. Something doesn't add up. So, you know, I came to my senses. Common senses. Yeah, it is what it is. So, PXS. The shit. This guy, I was watching a video. I actually had it on here, but I had to take it out because it was too long. Granted, with my minimal plan that I have with this site that I use to stream, you get 5 videos, each one 5 megs. So I try to edit. I literally take hours trying to edit everything, make sure I don't look like a fool. But it always happens because it is what it is. Poop in my face when it happens. But it's fun. It's whatever. I accept the mistakes as long as you do. And accept me for what I am. Thank you if you're watching me. Love you guys. Anyway, the new Pentagon app. I posted it last week, and I'm sure you've probably seen it. It's probably going viral. But I saw this. It is comparing Trump administration ad for the military and riding bag of oatmeals. Here's, you know, the other side. Let me find it first because I believe that's my last video before I'm out of here. Let me find it. Let's see. I didn't. Oh my God! What did I do? I think that's it. I don't remember if I played everything. I'm losing my mind. Give me a second, guys. I'm so sorry. It's live. What's this? What's this? Did I forget something?
Even just yesterday, we saw whenever a judge rules against this amendment.
I forgot what this was. Ah! Oh my God! Hold on a second. Stop it. Live. I forgot about this. This was supposed to be the topic of the video. What's wrong with me? Let me see if I can rewind this. I had a what do you call it? A short yesterday that I posted. Shut up. Okay. I just mentioned that shit and it happens. Oh. I lost 2 viewers. I had 6 viewers. All of a sudden, I'm like, who's this idiot? Took me out. Anyway, who's my shit? Okay, Stephen Miller. I did a short yesterday. Didn't get a lot of views. I actually am surprised. It's this video is everyone is talking about. It's going viral. With Stephen Miller, smacking the shit out of CNN. As always, you know, this is what I love. I don't understand how these people keep calling conservatives on there and looking the fool. But bear with this video. Like I said, you know, if you haven't watched it, because it's everywhere, you're welcome. But this is what I call not only smacking, but major fan shit hitting slowly. Can't dodge. Holy shit. I'm a liberal. Oh, crap. All over her face.
Even just yesterday, we saw whenever a judge rules against this administration, you say they're going rogue. Do you think a judge should just rubber stamp what your White House does? If not, what checks and balances do you think should be in place for this White House?
It is not the job of a district court judge to perform an individual green light or red light on every single policy that the president takes as the head of the executive branch. Just think about the premise baked into your question. Respectfully, Pam, you're saying that when the American people elect a president of the United States of America,
I'm not saying
well, it's the implication, who is the sole head of the executive branch. Well, let me finish. I will answer the question happily. Look, when you have these kinds of lazy assumptions built into questions, it makes it hard to have a constructive dialogue.
What is a lazy assumption? I said you all had to win.
You said is it my expectation?
I'm speaking because now you're putting...
You said, is it my expectation? It's not just you. It's the whole media. Democracy cannot function. In fact, democracy does not exist at all. If each action the president takes, foreign policy, diplomatic, military, national security, has to be individually approved by 700 district court judges, that's democracy. But let me tell you about these rogue judges. This is the most litigated issue over the last 10 years. Over the last 10 years, whether or not to deport the foreigners who invaded our country illegally. You want a democracy in this country? When Americans vote, when they cry out and they beg for a president to come and save them from this invasion, and some district court judge in San Francisco or Manhattan tries to shut it down and shield these foreigners from deportation, while the courts did nothing to stop Joe Biden and his administration and his officers, the Mayorkas, from overseeing this invasion?
CNN reporting shows that investigators believe the migrant was set up. It was a victim of a setup. What is the administration going to do now? And this is an undocumented immigrant. I do want to note that, but this was someone who came forward, was a victim of a crime.
Are you saying this immigrant was here illegally?
Yes, but I am, and that's why I said that. I clarified
that.
But
you said undocumented, and I wasn't clear what that means. I'm assuming they have a fake ID. I'm assuming they have a fake Social Security number.
That's neither here nor there.
That's getting away from the question, Steve. When we use language that's designed to obscure the truth, that's not good faith. All I can say, based on what you're telling me, is there's an illegal alien in our country who's making menacing threats. Regardless of the facts or circumstances, we don't want him here. We're going to get to the bottom of it, and I would gladly come back on when I have more information to share with you.
They were set up, just to be clear. But quickly,
so
where is the White House on habeas corpus?
The illegal alien was treated unfairly. Yes, I'm sure the illegal alien was treated very unfairly.
Was there any drug testing or any request for him to drug test when he was in the White House, given the fact that he was also a contractor with the government?
Fortunately for you and all the friends at CNN, you'll have the opportunity to ask Elon all the questions you want today yourself. In the meantime, the drugs I'm concerned about are the drugs that are coming across the border from the criminal cartels that are killing hundreds of thousands of Americans. And we're going to save hundreds of thousands of lives if these district courts would just get the hell out of the way, stop destroying our Constitution, stop taking authority they don't have, and allow the president to do the job that not only he was elected to do, but the constitutional laws of the United States vest him exclusively to do.
It's not the first time Stephen Miller has done that. He just tears into these people. He's not the only one, as you saw. What is wrong with these people? I said before, are they masochists? Do they like looking the fool in front of the couple people that watch them? Because nobody watches them. Liberal media is dying. They're dying. Let's be real. You know, and keep doing it. Keep looking the fool. Jake Tapper, yeah, he embarrassed him a couple weeks ago. I posted that video, and I'm sure everyone's seen it. As I said, the short that I posted yesterday was kind of the same idea. But I'm going to probably link it to this video later, and hopefully I get a few more views because it's hilarious. And as I was saying, sorry, it is what it is. I was talking about the next video because I forgot I put this video on here, even though this is kind of one of the main things I wanted to do. But yeah, it happens. That's what happens when you go live and you do everything yourself on a little phone. It's not little. I mean, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is decent size when you're doing everything else. When you're going live, the screen that I'm messing with, as I said, it's like a third. So it's like 2 feet away from me. So it's like, so when I'm trying to poke, do stuff, I'm going to mess up. Sorry. Doom on me. Just saying. So, as I was saying before, I forgot what I was going to do and on my face. The Pentagon ad. Now, compared to the Pentagon ad, then, you know, rotting bag of oatmeal that wasn't really running the country and everyone was in denial. Now, not the river. Just saying. Check it out. Let me find it first. Yeah, the fingers in a way. Yeah, because the, I don't know. You know, this they should change this for people like me. Let's see. Here we go. I found it. Check it out. This is golden. Love this.
No more distractions. No more electric tanks. No more gender confusion. No more climate change worship. We are laser focused on our mission of warfighting.
The little girl raised by 2 moms. I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age. When I was 6 years old, one of my moms had an accident that left her paralyzed. Doctors said she might never walk again. But she tapped into my family's pride to get back on her feet, eventually standing at the altar to marry my other mom.
We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into. It's called peace through strength.
Active duty yeoman second class Joshua Kelly doubles as drag queen Harpy Daniels and now is the face of the Navy's recruitment drive as a digital ambassador.
I'm at the top of my game. I'm right up there with the big dogs. Girls, come on.
You look into the eyes of these young Americans who are giving up the best years of their life in a uniform to serve their nation. They are incredible.
Through our power and might, we will lead the world to peace. Our friends will respect us, our enemies will fear us, and the whole world will admire the unrivaled greatness of the United States military.
When I was 17, I had such real big dreams. I said, Dad, I wanna be a soldier so I can be like you.
We will replenish the pride of our armed forces, end the recruitment crisis.
We don't fight because we hate what's in front of us. We fight because we love what's behind us.
Hi, I'm Major Rachel Jones, and what pride means to me is celebrating that diversity is our strength as a nation and as an army.
One of the dumbest phrases in military history is our diversity is our strength. Our diversity is not our strength. Our unity and our shared purpose is our strength.
God bless you. God bless our armed forces. God bless our men and women serving overseas. And God bless the United States of America.
But I do think it's important, actually, for those of us in uniform to be open-minded and be widely read. And I want to understand white rage, and I'm white.
Well, DEI is not going well at the Defense Department because it's dead.
Okay. If I was of age and that, this is why recruit numbers are, bam, going through the roof, because of shit like that. That's badass. That's like some movie type shit where, I mean, what can I say? You saw it. It is what it is. Exactly. Badass. Our military, patriots. P-Hexeth, a badass, a patriot. And it's a welcoming change, obviously, because that woke shit, not happening. Wasn't happening. That's why the recruitment numbers are down. Now they're back up. And we're badass again. Just saying. America's a badass. And we're finally there. Because last 4 years have been a shit show. And we already know. Common sense. Gotta have it. Thanks for watching, guys. Love you. Stay true to the red, white, and blue. That rhymed, but I'll never be a rapper. And it is what it is. See you guys tomorrow. I was on a little earlier today because when I got to my first job of my 3, there was nothing to do. So I literally put mats down and said, okay, let me go to my second job, which is actually my first job, even though it's my 3rd job, because it's one of the jobs that I have of the 3 and still struggling. But whatever. It is what it is. See you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Again, thanks for watching. Let's see what today brings. Brain socks! Hope you didn't miss the video. Hope you get rewind and watch it. Thanks for your super chat, as always, representing and supporting this crazy nut job that is on early mornings and nobody watches. It is what it is. I can't help it. I'm a little crazy. Check it out. Fight, fight, fight. Laters. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Monday. Peace out. You already know.
You live here? Yes. Well, maybe you know what a zombie is. When a person dies and is buried, it seems there's certain voodoo priests who have the power to bring him back to life.
Horrible.
It's worse than horrible because a zombie has no will of his own. You see them sometimes walking around blindly with dead eyes, following orders, not knowing what they do, not caring.
You mean like Democrats?